In the twilight years of feudal Japan, between 1860 and 1890, two powerful cultural forces intersected in ways that would define an entire era: the ancient warrior tradition of the samurai and the forbidden art of Irezumi tattooing. As Japan stood on the precipice of modernization, the samurai faced the end of their thousand-year reign. These photographs, painstakingly colorized and brought to life, capture the last generation of true warriors, men and women who embodied centuries of martial tradition, honor codes, and aesthetic refinement. Their elaborate armor, from intricate lamellar plates to ornate helmets crowned with golden crests, represented not merely protection, but artistic expression of the highest order. Each samurai we see here carried the weight of history. Their formal poses, traditional hairstyles, and ceremonial bearing reflected a class struggling to maintain dignity as their world transformed around them. Some adapted, becoming government officials or educators. Others clung to ancient ways, preserving traditions through ritual and remembrance. Parallel to the samurai's decline rose the art of Irezumi, traditional Japanese tattooing that transformed human skin into living masterpieces. These weren't mere decorations, but profound statements of courage, spirituality, and defiance. To bear Irezumi during this period required extraordinary bravery, as the practice remained illegal throughout most of the Meiji era. The tattooed figures we witness here, firemen, laborers, and yes, some samurai themselves, wore their art as badges of honor. Dragons writhed across their backs in brilliant blues and reds, cherry blossoms bloomed eternal on their shoulders, and protective spirits watched over them through intricate designs that took years to complete. Each session under the hand-tapped needles was an act of endurance that proved one's strength and commitment. The connection between samurai and Irezumi ran deeper than many realize. Both represented forms of body modification that signified belonging to something greater than oneself. The samurai's shaved head and topknot, their scarred hands from sword practice, their disciplined bearing, all marked them as surely as any tattoo. Meanwhile, the Irezumi community adopted samurai values: loyalty, perseverance through pain, and aesthetic perfection. Many of the tattooed men we see here were themselves members of the warrior class or had served alongside samurai. Firefighters, often heavily tattooed, held positions of honor similar to warriors, risking their lives to protect communities. The legendary 108 outlaws from the Chinese novel Water Margin became popular tattoo subjects precisely because they embodied the same rebellious honor that many samurai felt as their traditional world crumbled. What makes these images extraordinary is not just their historical value, but how they demonstrate the Japanese mastery of transformation, a core cultural principle. The samurai transformed themselves through discipline into living weapons and poets. The Irezumi artists transformed pain into beauty, skin into storytelling canvas. Both traditions understood that true art requires suffering, patience, and unwavering commitment to perfection. The elaborate ceremonies, the precise attention to detail in armor construction, the years-long process of completing a full-body tattoo, all reflected the Japanese understanding that anything worth doing demanded complete dedication. There were no shortcuts to honor, no quick paths to mastery. As we watch these figures breathe and move through the magic of modern technology, we're witnessing more than historical curiosity. We're seeing the last representatives of a worldview that valued craftsmanship over speed, honor over convenience, artistic perfection over mass production. The samurai's formal movements, the tattooed laborer's dignified stance, the elaborate court ceremonies, all demonstrated that how one conducted oneself mattered as much as what one achieved. The warrior and the artist, the protector and the decorated, the traditional and the rebellious, all united in their commitment to transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. This is their story, preserved in light and shadow, brought to life once more for those who understand that some things transcend time itself.